guys, so it's been a long time that I have not been in this channel. I've been vlogging mostly on my vlogging channel, so if you want to check out my vlog channel, it's linked down below. And if you clicked on my video, it's because you're interested in what my topic is about today. So today I am going to be giving you 10 college tips. I am now a junior with credits, but it's basically my senior year. Not really my senior year because I missed 1 year of school, so it's basically my junior year with credits. And I am majoring in interior design, and before I was majoring in business, then I changed my major to engineering, then I changed it to chemical engineering, and then I changed it again to biology, and then now I'm gonna stick with interior design. In college, it is okay to change your major just because there's a lot of things that you'll figure out. So for me, business, it was something that I planned to do right after I graduated high school. I was like, this is what I'm a major in, because I did an internship when I was in 10th grade. So that's why I was like, you know what, this is pretty cool. My job was pretty easy while I was working in the internship. So I was like, this is pretty cool. This is something I want to do. I met a lot of cool people. And well, I started studying business, and then I was like, you know what, this is not something I really want to do for the rest of my life. So then that's why I changed my major again. I'm doing this video because most of you guys start school until the end of September. I am going to community college because it's way cheaper. They offer the same general education classes, just the same as a UC or a Cal State or wherever you're from. I mean, I'm from California, so I say UC and Cal State because University of California, and then Cal State, California State. So wherever you're from. But yeah, well, let's get started. Okay, so the first tip I will give you guys is always arrive on time. Always arrive at least 1 hour maximum and 30 minutes minimum, just because there are large classes. There's lots of students in there, especially around the first week of school. Everyone wants a spot. So there's, even if there's like 200 kids in your class, there's gonna be like maybe like 50 or 60 more people that want to be in the class. In college, I learned that you have to get to class early because professors will not wait for you. They'll probably start lecture like right as soon as it hits, like, let's say your class starts at 2 o'clock. They will start class right away, and they're not gonna be like, oh, let's just wait a couple minutes. Also, getting late to class can get you kicked out of class. One of my friends that I've known, he was late maybe like 2 times in the class, like during the first semester, the first week of class. He got kicked out. Tip number 2 is wear comfortable clothing. So always wear something that you're gonna be able to be with all day. You don't want to be wearing winter clothes during the summertime. You don't want to be sweating and stuff like that. For girls, if you're wearing heels, yes, in college a lot of people they have different styles. Some people wear boots in the springtime, or you know. But for a girl, if you are wearing heels, take a pair of sandals. Take a pair of sandals inside your backpack, and you know, wear them whenever you want. Put your shoes back in your bag, and you'll be fine. Okay, so tip number 3 I'd say is sit in the front row always. Why? Because there's a lot of students that are in class and they could be on their cell phones, or maybe they're on Facebook, and you could see them from your position, especially like if you're on the back. You see everything, so always try to sit in the front. Also, if you have visual problems, you can, like, you know, see better, and sitting in the front will also help you because you will be closer to the professor, and if you have a large class, maybe like with 200 students, you're able to raise your hand and the professor will see you and be like, hey, yes, you have a question. And sitting in the front is way okay in college. Everyone wants to sit in the front. So you'll see, and you know, throughout the first week or throughout time, you'll see people always try to fill up the front seats. It's better. You'll get rid of distractions. You're closer to the professor. I know in high school, it's like if you sit in the front, you're like considered nerdy, or in college it's way different. It's just better. Okay, so tip number 4 is go to office hours. Every professor, just like in high school, has office hours, and going to office hours, you get to know your professor better, which is good because in college some of the professors don't talk about their personal life. They don't tell you, oh, I went to this school, or how did I get to like USC, how did I get there? You know, they'll tell you about your past, they'll tell you about their life. Also, you get to ask your professor questions that you weren't able to ask in class if you had any doubt, or if your teacher was like, this is lecture, I don't want nobody raising their hands. And if you had a question, you can go up to them and say, good afternoon, professor, I have a question. During your lecture, you talked about blah, 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 blah. I did not quite understand what you were portraying, and blah, blah, blah. You can just, you know, tell them what you didn't understand in class. It'll help you out with that. Number 5, I say, is always study and do not procrastinate. So what I did was procrastinate all the time, because during your senior year, I know everybody procrastinates in a senior year. You get the senioritis, I guess that's what they call it, because you start getting lazy. You're like, well, I know I'm graduating, so like you don't really try to do your projects on time and blah blah blah, because you're like, well, I'm gonna graduate anyways. So always study. Take notes all the time in class, especially if it's a lecture class. When you're taking notes in class, do not write everything word for word, because it will, like, you'll probably miss something if you're writing everything word for word. Try to abbreviate as much as possible as you can. In college, you are responsible for what you study. I know in high school they tell you, oh, we're having a test, it's gonna be on so-and-so chapter, and they also give you a study guide. Well, in college, you don't get a study guide, and some professors don't even tell you what you're gonna study. They just say, we have a quiz coming up, which is something that you have to be responsible for. You need to know what you're studying. Get study groups. I do recommend going to study groups, getting with a couple people in your class and, you know, studying together, because you don't want to be studying alone, either because you will get bored. I know what I'm telling you. I've done that before. I've been to study groups, and it's better because you'll get to know how other people study. Maybe it works for you, and you also get to meet new people as well. So tip number 6, I'd say, is record your lectures, especially if it's like a long lecture and you want to like remember everything. Especially me, I have a really bad memory, and I've known for being so bad at like remembering things. Like I cannot remember things. So I'd say record your lectures, because I have a professor this semester. I'm doing like an interior design furnishing class, like the history of the furniture from like the beginning of time all the way to the 1700s or the 1900s. So that all he does is he puts pictures of the painting or of the furniture on as a PowerPoint, and he talks the whole time we're there. It's better to record your lectures. Even if they're giving you a PowerPoint, you might miss something, and it helps you way better, because it's like you're repeating the same class over again. You're able to remember and take more notes that you already had when you were in class. So number 7, I'd say turn off your cell phone when you're in class. Please turn off your cell phone in class, because having your cell phone on will distract you from like anything. Like maybe the professor said something important and you didn't write it down because you were sending a text or updating your Facebook status or sending a tweet. Especially like if you're in class and you take your laptop, try to block the websites like Facebook, Twitter, and try to block it from your laptop so you won't use it while you're in class or while you're taking notes on your laptop, so you won't get distracted. Okay, so number 8, I'd say, is when you are buying your textbooks, do not buy them from the student store. In the student store, they make you pay so much for the books, where you can get them cheaper for online. So what I did was I went to slugbooks.com, and I will be linking that down below, so I'll link it down below. So slugbooks.com, they basically compare prices for the textbooks at different websites, and you can also rent it. I also recommend, if it's like a big book and you don't want to get like a cheap version of it or like a ripped page or anything like that, if you don't want to like buy it used, then you can rent it out, and they'll charge you for like maybe less than half of the original price. And textbooks in college are expensive. I've had a $300 book before, so always try to get them off online, unless the professor wrote it, then and it's only available in the bookstore, then, you know, go ahead and buy it at the bookstore. But other than that, I recommend you guys going to slugbooks.com and, you know, checking it out there, whether you want to rent it or buy it for cheap, or, you know, or buy a brand new but for a cheaper price, then always go to slugbooks.com. Okay, so for number 9, I'd say do not overload yourself with courses, because that's what I did my freshman year. I took like the maximum number of units you can take, and that was very stressful because I was like a extra full-time student, and I was also working part-time, so that was really hard, especially if you're a student. Well, if you have to work, then, you know, go for it. But for me, this year I am not going to be working at all, because I realized that I was not having enough time to study, enough time to like do homework or anything like that. I would literally go to school in the morning, and then right after I got out of class, I would have to go to the restroom, change into my work uniform, and head straight to work. And I would get out like really late, like around 9 or 10. I would get home at 11 and then go to sleep, and then wake up the next morning and get on the train and try to study on the train or do homework on the train, and that was very hard for me to do. So I will not be doing that again until maybe I don't have enough classes to take anymore. Maybe by the end of next school year, I will probably be working like in the end, because I probably won't have a lot of classes anymore to take. So you need 12 units to be a full-time student, and units, if you do not know what they are, It's like basically like hours of class. Not hours of class, but something like that. So like a math class would be 5 units long because the classes are like 3 to 4 hours long, especially math if you're doing a math lecture. So it'll be like 5 units. And then like other classes, maybe like English is like 4 units or 3 units. It all depends. Or like a counseling class would be 1 unit long because it's not required much work and you're not in the class for a long time. So I'd say take at least 12 units. If you are working, then try to take at least 12 units, which would be maybe 4 classes. Or if you are working full-time, then just take about 3 classes so you won't overload yourself, because it's very stressful, as I've had to deal with in the past years. For number 10, I'd say have fun, make a lot of friends, meet a lot of people. In college, it's okay to say, hey, can I give you my number? Maybe we should hang out sometime. It's okay to do that. It's not creepy. It's not considered creepy unless it's like a really creep, like, hey girl, how you doing? Like, give me your number. Unless it's that type of person, then do not give them your number, because that's kind of creepy. Have fun in college. College is very fun, especially if you join clubs. Clubs in school are the best because there's like tons of clubs in school that you could join from. You can join to like an anime club, to like academic clubs like a psychology club or like a chemistry club. Like they have clubs with people from your major, just so you can, like, you know, talk to people from your major. You feel more comfortable because you're like, this person's doing the same thing I'm doing. Do not be shy. It's okay. I mean, it's okay to be shy, especially your first like few weeks of school. So yeah, do not be shy in talking to somebody, because you also have to learn how to network with people. Like maybe this person could hook you up with a job if you want a job. Maybe this person, you know, knows about an internship, and you know, or like maybe this person already took a class and they can help you out. So never be shy, and you know, be yourself, especially that you're in college. People will get to know who you are. And definitely join clubs, because clubs are amazing and they're awesome. I've joined many clubs, so I've known for myself that it's fun. You get to hang out with a lot of people, you make good friends. They're amazing people, so do that. This concludes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching if you watched this, and make sure you check out my vlog channel down below. It's going to be linked down below. Anything I've talked about today, it's going to be linked down below. So thank you all for watching, and may you have a great and wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys until the next time I make another video. So bye bye.